Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. The fourth movie / book, mainly movie because I focus on the movie because I still haven't read the books. Yep, still haven't read them. And yet I'm making a video series on slagging it off. So anyway, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire obviously follows Harry's 4th year at Hogwarts, where, as we all know, he's basically entered into the Triwizard Tournament. I think, honestly, I can't really remember how it begins, but I'm guessing it somehow he miraculously escapes and some shit happens before he gets to Hogwarts about the Dursleys as usual. You know, you got to have that little bit before he actually gets to Hogwarts. It's like how Percy Jackson has to fucking, blow up a school or whatever at the start of every book before he actually gets to Camp Half-Blood. It's the same thing in this. The Dursleys have a little bit of a thing with Harry or something in a tizzy, and then Harry eventually gets to Hogwarts and we get on with the story. Anyway, basically Harry is entered into the 4th Triwizard Tournament, and you're thinking, what is the Triwizard Tournament? Well, basically some other schools are coming to compete in this tournament. I can't remember all of them, but it's like 3 other schools. One of them which is Durmstrang, one of which is the other all-girls school, and there's another one, I think, or something. Battens is the girls' one, Hogwarts, Battens and Durmstrang, I think that is it. Yeah, and then basically he goes on for a bit, and it's supposed to be, I think, don't quote me on this, only 7th years who can compete in the tournament. So Cedric Diggory, I think, is Hogwarts representative. Battens has some rando, I think it's Fleur or something like that. Can't remember, to be honest. And Durmstrang has Victor. Is his name Victor Crumb? I can't remember. Honestly, God, I don't really care about these people. So yeah, getting on with it. The tournament is basically obviously the main plot points for the main bit of the story. It hosts the Triwizard Tournament, and unsurprisingly to everybody, Harry Potter's name is put into the Goblet of Fire, which is the thing which chooses the who's going to compete in the Triwizard Tournament. Is putting it in there. No one knows who put his name in it, but guess what? He's picked, and he competes alongside the other 3. Also, Mad-Eye Moody, which, spoiler alert, turns out to be Barty Crouch Jr. later, is the new Defence Against the Dark Arts teacher, which shows Harry the and the rest of these class, obviously, the unforgivable curses, which are, what is it called? The one that makes you, I can't remember the name of the one that makes you control people, but there's one that makes you control people, the Cruciatus Curse, which is the one which, like, it's like a torture curse, and then obviously the killing curse of Abracadabra. And then, Malfoy has a little bit of an attacks Harry from at the back, and Mad-Eye Moody stops him and plays back with him. It's just really funny, really, Barty Crouch Jr. in this movie. It's just hilarious, because he's just pocking about, really. I mean, how, honest to God, they didn't know that something was up was beyond me. I mean, because he's got to be acting differently to the real Mad-Eye Moody. But anyway, moving on. Basically, in this Triwizard Cup, Harry, with help from friends, completes the 3 tasks, which is stealing a golden egg from a dragon, which is the first one, and Harry, as you'd expect, again gets the hardest, like the biggest, hardest dragon to face, which I think was a Chinese fireball, or don't quote me, it's just some dragon. It's just a dragon. It doesn't matter really what the dragon is, but he gets the biggest one, the most fierce one that people didn't want, and he gets it, because of course he does. Smashes about 1 million windows in the school building, totally like going all over the place. I mean, the dragon is that powerful that it escapes from the chains that were supposed to keep it in the field, which, just... Either way, Harry gets the egg, And then finds out that, it's making a really annoying noise every time you try and, open it and that. It just screeches really loudly when you try and open it and hear the message. So somehow Harry finds out, I think from Moaning Myrtle or someone like that. Moaning Myrtle was involved when the message was received. But I don't know if it was her who gave Harry the clue on how to listen to it properly or what. But either way, Harry then finds out that you have to listen to it underwater and it actually sounds, proper. Like, you can actually listen to it properly. It's not just a screaming fucking noise. And then, basically, that is that done. He listens to the egg, which is a clue. I think it's like a clue to the next task, what the next bit of the Triwizard Tournament is going to be. And remember, this book, this film is the furthest away. Apparently, according to everyone else who's read the books and shit, is the worst adaptation. I mean, the director of the movie didn't even read the book. How he knows all this if he hasn't read the book is beyond me. I mean, how does he know all this then? If he hasn't read the book, what has he done? Either way, then basically he rescues Harry. The next task is basically getting this shit for the Black Lake. He rescues people for the Black Lake as well. Meanwhile, while this is going on, obviously some other shit is happening in between, but it's sort of just like your old, look, it's magical school shit. Sirius Black, I think, talks to Harry at one point, unless that's in the fifth one. I can't remember, with the fireplace. That might be in the fifth one, I can't remember. Moving on to the final bit, which is the most important bit, is the maze bit. Obviously, as well, going back a bit before the tournament even starts, you get that Dumbledore said calmly thing, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? And then you just don't remember what the actor's name is, going really aggressively at Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? But, yeah, anyway. Meanwhile, between the tasks, I can't remember if it was between the first and the second one or the second and the last one, but you've got the Yule Ball as well, where a traditional dance is held, causing teenage drama and jealousy among Harry, Ron and Hermione. And there's sort of the relationship aspect coming in this one with Cho Chang and Hermione and Victor Crumb, or whatever his name was, from Durmstrang. Then, yeah. Anyway, we got to the final task, which was the Enchanted Maze one, which they have to try and find the Triwizard Cup in the centre of it or something. It all goes mad. Skipping ahead a bit, Harry and Cedric Diggory are the cup is right in front of them. They run into the cup and they sort of both jump for the cup or something, and it turns out the cup is actually a port key. I can't remember if I get the try or not, but it's something along the lines of the trophy, the Triwizard Cup is actually a port key which takes them to the graveyard, Voldemort's mom and dad's graveyard or something along those lines. And then in the graveyard, Peter Pettigrew is there, who kills Cedric Diggory first of all. So Cedric Diggory is just dead. I'm not going to snap, but you can imagine, just like that, he's dead. And it's revealed that the tournament is a trap designed by Barty Crouch Jr., which obviously we learn later is disguised as Mad Eye, to deliver Harry to Voldemort, and he's helped him throughout the whole thing. Cedric Diggory is dead, and then Harry Potter basically gets caught in a Reaper thing on the grave, one of the statues on the grave, and then watches as Peter Pettigrew revives Voldemort. And Voldemort is back. 4 books / movies in, Voldemort is back. And this is the moment where he's supposed to be oh look, it's Voldemort. He's back. This evil terror, which has been built up for the past nearly 4 books, because obviously he returns at the end of the 4th book, so for about 3 books and 85% of this book has been built up, which is why it's sort of anticlimactic when you get to the end, and you realise again. I'll slag this off and complain about it more when I eventually record the video for Order of the Phoenix. But it's like you build this Voldemort character up for 4 books, 5 if you include Order of the Phoenix, obviously. But we'll get to that in the next video. And then just to realise, oh, he's still scared of Dumbledore. Dumbledore can easily, well, not easily, but Dumbledore can beat him just easily. So you're like, what is everyone worried about this guy then for? Oh, look, it's a terrifying wizard. He's returned. Oh, look, everything's going tits up. But meanwhile, you know, that Dumbledore, that head of Hogwarts, he can still beat him easily, by the way. What are we worrying about him for then? What? Harry's the chosen one. We know he has to defeat him and that. Why on earth is everyone scared of him when Dumbledore's floating about the place, which can easily still beat him? I mean, it's either Dumbledore is overpowered or Voldemort is just... It just makes it so like, hello. Why can't Dumbledore just beat him then? I mean, honest to God. Because he clearly can. Again, we're skipping ahead here to the 5th book. But he's... easily, I've heard things about the books, the people from read the books on TikTok and stuff. He's easily beating Voldemort while protecting Harry at the Battle of the Ministry of Magic. Why on earth are we scared of him then? Why is his return a massive thing if Dumbledore can just do that? What is the point? Either way, that's skipping ahead to the 5th book. In this book, movie minded, because again I haven't read the books, but in this movie, again, you're sort of like, the bullshit again, the whole thing, the whole series, the bullshit coming in again. The fact that Harry survived is bullshit. He should be dead. The story shouldn't happen because Harry should be dead in the first book. The flashback 10 years ago, he should be dead. You shouldn't be alive, Harry. And then Voldemort and Harry end up, having a bit of a toss up, a bit of a duel. Voldemort's back, and then guess what? He tries to kill him. He uses Expelliarmus. And then guess what happens? Harry's mum and dad's like spirits or some bullshit show up and like protect Harry yet again. And you're like, oh, for God's sake. Like, in reality, Voldemort should have killed him then and there. I mean, he should have killed him 14 years ago, whatever it is at that point. But Harry should be dead then and there. Think about it, really. Using Expelliarmus. You just can't. And then, it ends. And then it sort of ends. Everyone's sort of like, oh, yeah, by the way, that guy, that Defence Against Dark Arts teacher, he turned out he was Barty Crouch Jr., the evil Death Eater or whatever it is. And also the morning Cedric Diggory's death. And then it ends. But you're like, oh. And then it's sort of supposed to be like, oh, look, Voldemort's back. What is going to happen now? Terror's all about to go down. It's evil and shit. But at the same time, Harry's just his parents have protected him yet again. And it's like, just fuck off. I'm done with it. That is the 4th one done. The 5th one at some point. I mean, we're over halfway through this now. We are over halfway through, unless I do Cursed Child, which I'm probably not going to do because I haven't read the book and I don't plan to read the book. But I might do it. Depending, because it is really bad. I've watched a video on it. Again, it's terrible. Why was it ever made? Money grab, that was. But either way, 5th book at some point. Fuck off.